if you want to be successful, prove it. Today, I'm going to discuss why so many people want big things in life. They want to be successful, but they aren't willing to do the things that are necessary to get there. My name is Blaze Asayan, and I help young men break bad habits, build confidence, and develop self-esteem. Let's get right into it. So look, recently I was talking to someone about starting a business, and I telling him, I'm gonna work for myself my whole life. I could never do a regular job and work in an office and all this stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice, if we could all just build a business, right? Like discrediting me right at the beginning of the conversation, or that's at least how it sounded to me. He's like, wouldn't that be nice? I'm like, yeah, so what are you doing? He's like, yeah, just going to classes and, going through college and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you see the difference with me and you is that I'm actually attempting to build a business right now and learning and focusing in on that every single day, right? Like a lot of people want a big life, or at least they say they want it. But as soon as they figure out what it takes, that you have to look stupid, you have to be willing to look stupid, you have to make mistakes, you have to fail over and over again, all of a sudden, it's not so appealing, right? It's not so appealing. They're not willing to sacrifice the Friday and Saturday nights. Yeah, they look at it as a sacrifice. Meanwhile, you're just investing in yourself by not going out and getting blacked out and smoking weed and wasting time. Like, I don't understand why people have this frame that that's a sacrifice by you not doing that. I guess I've just rewired my brain to understand that not doing those things is beneficial for me in all areas. All areas. The only thing that you could say is that, I'm not, I don't have a good social circle by not doing that. I'm isolating myself. Let me tell you something right now. Me, with someone who's willing to do what it takes to get there and go all in, I don't want to be around people who can't control themselves and who have to get blasted on the weekends to handle their stress. Okay? I don't feel a need to be around that. I don't feel a need to go to the club and to hook up with a girl and do that every weekend. Right? Like, I don't feel a need to do that. I have self-control. I can control my impulses. A lot of guys can't, right? This is a stress management thing as well, and a self-control thing. It's stress management because you can't handle your stress. Therefore, you have to blast yourself on the weekend with drinking and drugs to handle it, to let loose, right? And then the self-control aspect of it is you just can't hold yourself back from doing it. You just can't. You can't. Because you're surrounded with other people who are doing the same thing. Okay? You're surrounded with people who are wasting away their lives. They work during the week at a job where, they barely work anyways. They're just present. They're present there, just sitting there for 8 hours a day, not actually doing anything that's stimulating, that's actually helping you learn stuff. You're just sitting there, right? That's what most jobs are nowadays. You just sit there and do the bare minimum work, and then you get out. And you just do that every day. And look, I know it makes me tired. It would make me tired too to just sit in an office all day and do nothing. How boring would that be? Boredom makes you tired. I get it. But this is a thing that I don't understand with people. Like, why do I get judged by other people for being able to control myself and for being able to manage my stress? And I'll tell you why, like what my theory is. You can leave your own opinion in the comments. My theory is that people look at me and my actions and they think to themselves, man, how does this guy do that? Like, how does he wake up every day at 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, even on weekends, works out, meditates, eats clean? There's got to be some kind of kink in his armor. No, No, my friend, there's no kink in the armor. I've gotten a lot of shit figured out in my life, right? I've done a lot of work on myself in isolation. I haven't had a sip of alcohol in 2 years, smoked weed, vaped, any of that nonsense, no drugs, no nothing. My mind's been clear. I've been working out consistently for the past 2 years, except for when my appendix ruptured. And trust me, I got back into the gym as fast as I could because that's an essential thing for me. Meditation, like this is a buildup. This is a buildup over time. Reading 100 books this year, right? I don't have time and I can't afford to do all that nonsense, to go out and drink on the weekends and waste time and to do drugs, to smoke weed. Like my life's vision doesn't match with those actions, okay? Because I'm actually serious about wanting those things that I want in my life, about wanting to fly private, about wanting to own the penthouse, about wanting to own the mansion, right? Like I'm dead ass serious about that. And a lot of people say, oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it will be nice when I get it. I know you're just not willing to do what it takes. Okay, look at your actions. Look at my actions. My actions, no one's guaranteed anything, but let me tell you, I have the edge. I have the edge on most people my age at 20 years old. Up here, I'm far beyond my years. Okay, and I'm not trying to be an asshole in this video. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but it's just a fact, right? I've been in the dark for the past few years. I've just been reading and learning and growing and trying to build businesses and failing and learning. And meanwhile, my peers have been doing jack shit. Okay? So let me just tell you something. If you want it, you have to do what it takes, right? Success sounds great, but a lot of people just aren't willing to put in the man hours, to push themselves every single day, to never quit, to be motivated every day, even when things don't work out, right? There are plenty of days where I fail and things don't work out, but I wake up the next day with the same amount of motivation and drive to get after it. It never wanes because I have my vision and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. I want all the finer things in life, right? And I'm not going to apologize for that. I want everything. I want it all. And I want to impact people as well, which is why I think I have a great mix right now. I think business and entrepreneurship is the greatest vehicle for impact in the world. Okay? So I want to make a shitload of money, don't get me wrong, but I want to impact people's lives as well. And I want to make a difference in this world. And that's my mission. That's my mission. It drives me every single day. And, the next time you ever hear someone say like, oh yeah, that would be nice to be rich. That would be nice. Judging rich people, right? A lot of people who judge rich people, they're never going to be successful, by the way, ever. Never. I mean, it's going to take serious rewiring to get that out of their mind. But, if you judge rich people, you'll never get there. And you also need to understand the level of sacrifice and commitment it took for them to get where they are, right? I've read so many biographies about the most successful people of all time. Rockefeller, JP Morgan, even the recent greats in the world like Elon, George Soros, a very powerful man. I don't necessarily like him that much. Very powerful man who I admire, who came from nothing, who came from absolute zero and moved to a foreign country, didn't speak the language, and now, bang, one of the most powerful men who's ever existed, or at least in our modern day. So look, it's going to require a lot from you. It's going to require everything. You're going to have to push yourself. You're going to have to stop doing those things that are not going to get you there, right? The drinking. Like if you waste a whole weekend, and you do that consistently, that's 104 days a year out of 365. Almost a third of your year gone, baby. And then those other days, you're sleeping for 8 hours. You're sleeping for 8 hours, most of you. So I don't know what percent of that, of your life is gone right there, but that's a big percent, a big chunk of your life down the drain because you decided that success wasn't important to you. You decided that, you liked things on paper, but you weren't willing to do them so that they materialize in the real world. So look, be willing to do what it takes. I know that if you're watching this right now, if you got to this point in the video and you've been with me this whole time, you're gonna get massive success in your life, guaranteed. Like that's guaranteed. If you're here right now and you've been listening to me, most people got triggered at some point in this video. It's like, who is this douchebag? And then they headed off the video. And then there's the 1%ers like you watching this right now who are gonna get everything you want in life because you understand what I'm saying and you're willing to do what it takes. So I wanna thank you for being here today. This video, man, was straight from the heart. Like just, man, it was on my mind today and I really needed to talk about this. If you want to learn more about me, what I'm doing with the Discipline Institute, which helps young men break bad habits, build confidence, develop self-esteem, click the link in the description. You can also check out my other business, my agency that I'm beginning. And yeah, man, you can also check out my Instagram as well, if you'd like. I want to thank you for being here from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.